And we are live.
Months has been unmatched. Quickly, Tiffany has got a big day ahead of her, you guys. How are we gonna f it up? So I've had her put off enrolling her kids in school because she's so indecisive. And today's the deadline. She's gonna be freaking out. Woof! I have goosebumps. That's amazing. What a horrible position to be in, right? As a parent. Anxiety. What do you got for me?
My goal for the day is just to keep reminding her, you have to make a decision. Are you going to send the kids to school? If you do, everybody in the town is going to judge you, and they're going to think that you don't care about your kids' lives or anybody else's lives or the teachers' lives or anything like that. But then I'm also going to remind her, but if you keep them home, then you're going to be stuck with your kids. You're going to have to homeschool. You're not a homeschool teacher. What are you going to do? I'd like, if it's okay, to remind her that she's not mentally stable enough to make huge decisions like this. People's lives are at stake, and it's up to her to do the right thing, and she can't, and she just needs to know that. When it gets to be too much, which it will, I'm going to shut her down. Just shut her down so she feels like her only option is to crawl under the covers and hide in her bed. I'll follow her and just keep her down. The way you guys are working as a team, it's just so moving. It's like a symphony of destruction. Once she shuts down, it's over. Oh, no. Wait, she has to go grocery shopping today. Anxiety was going to join me. We were going to tag team it. Oh, nope, you're going down the wrong aisle. This is a one-way only. What if they didn't properly clean the handle of the carts before you got it? We're not going now? She's not going anywhere. Fine. I'm going back to hibernate. I give it 5 minutes before the kids start friggin' coming in and asking questions. Let me get a Hot Pocket. Where's the kitties? Mommy, come play with me. And I'm just gonna make her freak out. Leave me alone. Give me a minute. Okay, yes, I'm going to give it a minute, and then I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to be like, you're so lazy. Your kids deserve so much better than you, and they'd be better off without you. Every single memory that they have when they grow up is going to be, you laying in bed just yelling at them. Get her as low as possible. At that point, I'd like to tell her that her husband is probably falling out of love with her. Just because she's so mad all the time and stressed out, and especially because she never puts out. You're welcome. Okay, actually, you can thank me. Now. You guys are a team. All right, so we're going to get it. Oh, that's her alarm. Go. Places, everybody. Places. Let's go. Anxiety. Yeah, don't forget. The birds are government spies, murder hornets, seeds being sent from overseas to plant poison trees. UFOs, should we do the UFOs and the asteroid? I love my job.
You're on mute.
Hey guys, Joseph. Thank you. Wendy and Joseph here. Hey Wendy, was that hilarious or what?
I laugh every time I see that. It's comical. It's a funny way to just kind of talk about a serious situation. Mood disorders are not funny, but it's just a funny way to be able to see the different faces of it, and kind of in a different view, be able to see, how maybe, anxiety affects somebody, or depression, or, all the different angles that it can affect our lives.
Yeah. I was trying to count all the different moods. Talk about mood changes. You had the woman, something anxiety. She was she didn't want to go through, she was going through the wrong aisles or something in the store. And then there was the other one who, is guilt, mom guilt. Yeah. It really is so amazing that that's us. We have all those different, at some point or sometime in our lives, we've all experienced one of those types of mood swings or mood dysfunctions, I guess, if you want to call them that. So what is the solution here? How can we help people that are living that life on a daily basis, you know, that literally have to live and, you know, bring the happiness back.
Yeah, that's our focus today is to talk about, you know, our stem cell patches that can repair our stem cells that you know, help mood disorders, help depression, help anxiety, help you know, there's all those different faces that we just saw. And we have one, you know, that focuses more on just anxiety, you know, and that one's called the Eon. But we have one called Nirvana that it kind of encompasses more like it's basically a mood stabilizer. It stabilizes so you don't have like these really highs or these really lows. You just kind of have a very level mood, normal level mood, and that one's called Nirvana.
Mm-hmm.
And what Nirvana does is it enhances the mood. It has sustained results, and it's a patented form of phototherapy. So yeah, that's the one we were kind of talking about today. I think we lost you.
All right, here we go. Come back. All right, we're back, guys.
I think we lost you.
Yeah, I'm back. Am I back? Okay.
You're back.
Okay, I'm back. Good. If you lose me again, I mean, if it's not my internet, it's yours. If it's not yours, it's mine. I mean, guys, what is going on with the internet? I mean, I thought they were supposed to be coming up with these, you know, great 5G, and you know, it's supposed to be better than, and like in the last few times that we've been trying to, and it's not just us. I mean, there. Fresh, and there we go.
I don't know what's happening with this connection. This is
it's crazy. Well,
and guess what? If I wasn't on my patch, I would be really anxious right now, but I don't care.
I know, right?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I care. I care for you guys because it's probably hard to listen to. But,
check this out, guys. And you've got Nirvana. Where's your Nirvana? Where do you place the Nirvana?
Well, it's right here.
Okay,
It's right there. That's the best spot to put that one.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Can you go over some of the placements of these patches, like you're talking about Nirvana, and what's the other one that helps with anxiety?
And the Eon.
Okay, the Eon.
You know, the right here is kind of like on your mix, like by your like your chest and your armpit kind of area. That's a really good spot, or the back of your neck. But you can wear them on your wrist. You can wear them anywhere. Actually, they're gonna go to work in your body wherever it needs it. These are just some spots that they like recommend. But I've tried them everywhere, and they doesn't matter where I put them, they work.
Right.
You can put it on your forehead if you want.
Yeah, I mean, open up that pineal gland or whatever. But here's what's so amazing. Guys.
Oh, and right here by your thyroid. That's another spot, like right here.
Okay. Oh, cool. That's cool. One of the things that Wendy is really getting amazing results, and why I love having her kind of explain to you, because everybody has a different reaction and it takes a different time. I just had my daughter. She's 24. She's going through some anxiety, having issues, and trying to get her off of the meds. Talk about that, Wendy, about why people really can benefit with the patches instead of taking these psych meds.
Well, the patches, for one thing, they work. I know from personal experience, they work. And they not only work, but they work better than I've tried probably almost everything out there. For the mood stabilizers and anxiety and depression, and none of them really work. They just don't work that great. And the ones that work a little bit and that kind of help, they have side effects. You know, they make you. One of them's weight gain. they kind of almost in a weird way can make you, they can cause it, that you take one for depression and they can actually cause you to be depressed. So it's like, that doesn't really make sense.
No.
But I have been able to, I mean, slowly, you know, and you got to work with your doctor, but get off of things. And I've been on things for 20 plus years. And I thought it was just, you know, accepted the fact that that was going to be my life. And I just have to deal with the side effects. And so when I found these, I was like, oh, here I go again. I'm going to try this again. I don't know how this is going to turn out. But this time it really turned out. It's working great. And I'm so thankful I found these. No side effects, only good side effects. Like you feel better and better and better. It's a cumulative, like, and you really don't want to skip days because it's, if you take it and then you don't, and then you take it and then you don't, it's like, you know, you're taking 2 steps forward and then a step back and then you're going forward and back. You want to just continue forward, just keep wearing them. You'll notice the mood just being more like just a calm, just happy state of mind. Mm-hmm. And the longer you're on them, the better it gets.
Yeah.
And it's helped my OCD as well. Like, and I wasn't even expecting that. Right. I think we lost you again. Or you lost me. I don't know which one of us is.
Okay, here we go. And we are back. Yay, all right. 3 times, guys, 3 times. All right. 3 times is a charm, or is it 4 times is a charm? I forget. So we still got to go off 1 more time. Right? It's 3, right? 3 times.
It's already been 3.
Yeah. I love technology, guys. But you know what? I am monitoring us right here. Okay. So just so you can see, I have us right here, and we've got some eyeballs on us. So hopefully you guys are learning something from Wendy, because she is really amazing at her ability to not just get results for herself, but she can explain it because she has experience. And that's one of the things that we're so passionate about, is helping you, the audience, that are, you know, like that little comedy video that we played. I mean, there's so many disorders, dysfunctions, you know, whether you have, you know, fear of some type, whether it's OCD. Talk about OCD. That's what you were starting to talk about. People that have OCD, like what is OCD, first of all?
OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder. So you obsess and you're compulsively obsessed over something. And it's usually not necessary. 99.9% of the time is not necessary. And it affects everybody different. Some people, it affects them like where they can't stop washing their hands and they think, oh, there's germs on my hands, and they just wash their hands and their hands are like basically bloody, and you unnecessarily focus on something, and it's usually something negative for some reason. It's like, if we could have OCD and it could be positive, that just doesn't really happen enough.
That's a good concept. Hey,
I'm so obsessively happy I can't stop.
I know, right? Let's take some more.
Actually, in a weird way, maybe that's what these patches are doing. They're turning my OCD to the positive. Anyways,
wouldn't that be something?
And what I used to do is I would obsess over bad thought, like not bad thought, like bad things that could happen, like to me or to people I love, was one of my big things. Or even people I don't know, like I would obsess over like the fact that bad things were happening to somebody, like, and there's nothing I could do about it. You know what I mean? Like I would just focus on, and my mind would actually, my body would feel tired and stressed and depressed because I felt like what I was imagining was real. And yeah, like I'd imagine, like family members and there's a car wreck, and it's like I'd lived my life like that day, like it actually happened, and it's like, why? And now I'm able to just dismiss them. First, when I first started wearing the patch, I was like, oh, just dismiss. I noticed I could dismiss the thought, but now after like almost 9 months, I'm not even thinking that way. And I've taken that energy of
We're back.
focusing on those unreal things. And I'm focusing that energy on like being able to do better at work, because I can focus and I can organize. It's crazy, the things that I've been accomplishing because of not focusing on the things that aren't real and just focusing on what is real and what's right in front of me. And
What's right in front of you. I had some of those thoughts. I mean, I don't think I would say I had OCD, but I remember having thoughts, or even sometimes now, I'll just have I'll feel that somebody is doing something that isn't good or that's negative, but I don't have any way to know that. Like, if it was, say, my son was doing something and he was lying to me, but I thought he was doing something else. And, then I find out, that he was doing something else, or that I find out that in the first place, but I kind of made those thoughts go in that negative direction. And I think a lot of times we have, just because of our past and because of things that have happened to us, we associate or we link the negative as opposed to something positive. Like if you have ever been in that, like you were saying, the obsessive thing, where what we want to do is we want to ease our mood, because the one thing that happens is if you let your thoughts get control of you, it starts to go into a snowball effect kind of thing, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And then before you know it, you're like manic and and that's when the medication comes in, and what we want to do is we want to use these patches, like you were saying, cumulative, like over time. So you might not just take it one day and then, okay, you're good. Talk about why you have to keep taking them.
Well, because they build on themselves, it's kind of like they build on each other. Like what they do is they repair or they reactivate stem cells that aren't working. And, we have the stem cells in our brain are one of the hardest ones to repair. And so we have to continue, and we actually stop remaking them on our own at a certain age. So we have to keep taking them, and the more we take them, the more they reproduce, and the more they reproduce. So it gets better and better and better. That's it.
That's it, guys. And of course, we're doing a different patch every day. So today we focused on, kind of like the anxiety, the depression, the OCD, the panic attacks, any type of emotional, mental, mood imbalance that people would have, right?
Yes.
But we have a lot more patches besides those.
Yes. And actually, though, so the X39, it actually helps. It's the first one I took, and it started making me feel calm right away. And it's not the one that's focused on that. It just overall has that effect too. But the Nirvana and the Eon are just an additional. It's kind of like, how do you explain? It's kind of, okay, so the X39 works on everywhere, like in your whole body. It almost is like more of like it goes in as like a scavenger hunt, I guess you would say, and it finds where it needs to repair things, and it'll repair your, or make you grow new stem cells wherever you need it. But the specific patches, like, the Nirvana or the Eon, they're almost like just a direct avenue. They already know where they're going to go, kind of, you know what I mean? Because they're specifically made for those areas.
That's a good way to put it. So the interesting thing about like the X39, as you were stating, I think a lot of times people that have pain, people that have low energy, people that are kind of in a fog all the time, those things will start to just clear up, and even the mood will start to stabilize. Sleep, etc. Things are going to just get better and improve at different times with different people. But what you're saying is we have so many other patches that just focus right in, like the brain.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas the X39 will too, but the other ones are more direct path, and they just will work on top of the other one.
So what should we talk about tomorrow? Which patch do you want to highlight for our audience for tomorrow?
I think the carnosine,
Mm.
that one's got some amazing benefits.
I'm wearing one
And
right
I just learned something new about, so the carnosine I have on my stomach, because I just learned something new a couple days ago about wearing it on your stomach, that it also really helps with digestion, and it helps with if you have abdominal swelling with indigestion, or like from not indigestion, like just not digesting your food properly. It helps you digest your food.
Interesting.
If you were to,
And
yeah.
how did you find that out?
I was watching I just was watching more information on it, some studies on it, and it showed where to put it on your stomach, and it showed, I'll find the video, maybe we could play it tomorrow.
I like that. I
And
like that
then-
idea.
So yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's for muscles, it's for building muscle, but it also has some benefits on digestion.
Well, we have a decent sized audience. I just am monitoring here of viewers. So yeah, guys, if you are watching us, if you are getting any benefit from today's broadcast, our broadcast, just waiting till we come back online. Okay, there you are. Okay, so
That was number 4.
5. I think it was number 5.
Oh, 5.
Yeah, high five. Hey, high five. me.
That's right. That's right.
Give me a high five on that one. There was a storm here earlier, so it was raining like crazy. And one of the things that I don't like about storms or just thunder clouds and all the craziness is like everything just kind of vibrates and shakes, and this Wi-Fi or whatever, the signals, something is just too sensitive for it, and it just can't handle it. It's like, geez, guys, come on. So it's just normal frustration. But thanks to these patches, Wendy, we are not going to flip out. I'm not going to throw my computer out the window. I'm not going to smash anything. Can you imagine? Like, if this was last year and I didn't have these patches, man, I don't know what I would do to this laptop right now. This laptop might not have survived.
I'm
But-
glad I didn't know you last year.
Isn't that a good thing? I mean, look at. And I'm just going to tell you, I used to actually live in New York for a little while, and drivers are notorious for doing crazy, stupid things. I mean, they drive however they want, whenever they want. And I mean, literally, talk about road rage. Oh man, they should pass out patches like the Nirvana patch to everybody that gets a driver's license in those states, man, because it would just calm them just down. It's just like, relax, guys. You're only going to save 30 seconds. Like what? You're going to cut people off and do all this, stupid nonsense driving for how much time did you gain? It's like,
Yeah, they get there like 2 seconds sooner, 30 seconds sooner than the other person.
it's so silly. And I don't even use the horn now. I mean, I try not to use the horn. If I do use it, I just like a little tiny, just a quick, and meanwhile, I'm like 2 seconds, the light turns green. And if you don't go in 2 seconds, down here in Charlotte, we have a lot of New Yorkers, a lot of transplants from other places. And it's so funny. You will laugh. But as soon as the light turns green, like even before it turns green, somebody's already on their horn, bamming you to move. And I just kind of like, hey, how's it going? Have a nice day. Why don't you get a patch, guy? Hey, buddy, why don't you try one of these patches now? And just smile.
Is it illegal to put a patch on someone without them knowing?
That's a question for tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to do research on that, guys, and we will find out. Put a patch on somebody while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
I guess. That would be scary. I don't know if I would want to do that. But, I mean, you wouldn't have to do that to me, I'm sure, because I'm already patched up. I mean, I go to sleep with patches.
Yeah, no, but I mean like someone who doesn't think they need help, and then like you just
right.
secretly put a patch on them, and then all of a sudden they're like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I feel so good. And you'd be like,
That
I know
well,
why.
See, now that would eliminate the placebo effect, because they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
they wouldn't know that they were
Yeah.
patched.
Exactly. That would be kind of a cool test, I guess, if it's
We'll have to
something
experiment
we
there.
should experiment.
Yeah, a little science experiment maybe. Tell me how it goes, you know.
Okay.
That's crazy. So guys, tomorrow we are going to, are we going to, how is your
Yeah.
schedule tomorrow? Like, are we kind of keeping the same time? Are we going to do it earlier? What do you
Tomorrow's
think?
we're gonna have noon.
Okay. So you
Right at
heard it
noon.
here.
It will work really good tomorrow. Unless you want to do it earlier, because I could probably do it earlier in the morning tomorrow instead of noon. So
I'm amenable. I'm always amenable to you, Miss Wendy. So you have, you know, you pick whichever works for you. I will, you know, I'm one of those type of guys that I just like go with the flow. It's like water. It just takes the path of least resistance, you know. I'm like Bruce Lee used to say, become like water, you know, with his accent and everything.
yeah, you're pretty easygoing. Every time I say I'm running late, you're like, okay.
It's only because I'm patching. If I didn't have these patches on,